Hey guys, it's me, Jody from O'Neill's Deals, and I'm back with another What Sold video. I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and I'm going to go through every single piece that I sold this week and give you exactly what it sold for, and then at the end I'll give you a recap of how much I sold total for the whole week, and then I'm also going to go through my July numbers since now it's August, and give you the breakdown of exactly how much I made during my first month of full-time reselling. If you love this content and you want to keep seeing more, please hit the subscribe button down below and ring the bell so you can get notified for when I post new videos. And before you leave, if you could give this video a like, that would really help out my channel and help get more people here to join the community. Without further ado, I guess we'll get started, right? I'm gonna put screenshots right here of all of the stuff that I sold so you can see exactly what I'm talking about and see the pictures. And you can see like the actual sold prices, even though I'll be sharing that. And then I am going to be reading off of my spreadsheet, which is like right here. So if I'm looking down like in this area, that is why. So first day is the 26th of July. I sold, let's see, 6 items. This is probably one of my better days. This week was not nearly as good as last week, and last week was not that great of a week either. So, you know, you give and you take. I did look back at last year's numbers, which I'll share at the end as well. And this, even though this seems like kind of a bad month for me, compared to last year, this is a great month. So you should always compare yourself to your previous numbers and not necessarily to anyone else's or even to other months, because every single month is different. But in this case, between last year's July and this year's July, this year is like really good, like more than double. So even though I seem kind of down on myself, it's just because it's not the results that I would love to be seeing. And I'm just comparing myself to like last month, and you know, but maybe next month will be better, or this month, I guess, because it's August, and I can't let that get me down. I'm just going to keep pushing along. So I sold 6 items on the 26th, so let's get back to that. The first thing that I sold is this J. Crew high neck eyelet embroidered dress. This sold for $30, and then after fees, I earned $24. And then I did sell this set in a bundle. This was a pair of PJ Couture. I sold the top and then the bottom together. They were both the same size. These sold for $20. So I earned $16. I bought these at the thrift store together as a set on $1.79 day. So getting $20 for the pair was a great deal. And then I just do my spreadsheet as they were 2 separate items because I had them listed as 2 separate items just in case one sold. So I split the cost, and then I split the selling price for the bundle of 20. Then I sold this pair of Prana Slick Skinny Jeans Nylon. These sold for $35, and then I earned $28. That was a really good sale. I wasn't expecting them to sell for that much, but when I looked up comps, that was as high, like about as high as they were going to be. And so I listed them high because they didn't have much of any flaws or anything. Had I not looked up comps at the time of listing, I would have listed them lower, and I wouldn't have got nearly that much. So I'm glad that I looked when I was listing. And then I sold this Soma bra. This is a snake-ish print. Printed bra, the Nadine style. This was new with tags, and I sold it for $25, and I earned $20. And then the last thing I sold on that day was this Wallace sweater, which is a Madewell brand. It's an older brand that they don't make anymore. This was a striped, oversized sweater. This sold for $15, and I earned $12. The next day, the 27th, I believe I also sold 6 items on that day. 7. I sold 7 items on the 27th. The first thing was this airy lace bralette, cream pastel. This sold for $10, and I earned $7.05. I like picking up bras and bralettes, especially at the bins or the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound because they weigh very little. And usually I can sell them usually between like 15 and 25. But in this case, it only sold for 10. I did take an offer. I had it listed at 19. So, but lots of traction on this one, lots of likes. So I sent out a lot of $10 offers on this. Finally, someone took it. And then I sold this Amanda and Chelsea plaid pencil skirt. This sold for $6 and I earned $3.05. This one I did get for free from my old boss, and it had a hole in the back of it. When I was photographing it, I found that. So I was happy to get $6 for it. And then I sold this bundle of a BP short-sleeved solid t-shirt. This sold for 10. Well, the bundle sold for 20, so I split the cost. So 10, and then I earned $6.94. And then same thing for this Lane Bryant Dolman Marled Knit Deep V long sleeve top. This sold for 10 and I earned $6.94. So I just split the cost of the bundles. Sometimes if the weight of the bundle, sorry, that's my cat, is heavier on one item, then I will adjust that once I get the actual numbers from the Poshmark sales report. But in this case, the value of the items were about the same, so I just split the cost of the bundle between the two items. I hope he doesn't meow the whole time. I'm sorry. And then the next thing that sold, okay, all right, go. Okay, and I'm back. I had to go put my cat in the catio outside. The last thing that sold was this Soma Vanishing Back Demi Solid Colored Bra. This sold for $22. I did give a shipping discount on this one, and I earned $15.48. Projecting really quick because I missed 2 items on the 27th. When I was reading, I read that bundle, and then I totally forgot to go back and read the other items. So I sold this American Eagle vertical striped soft button-down shirt. This sold for $15 and I earned $12. And then I also sold this pair of Koi classic scrub pants. These sold for $5 and I earned $2.05. Next day was the 28th. I sold 4 items. The first thing being these Clark's Valerie perforated open heel sandals. These sold for $35, so I earned $28. Then I sold this Patagonia Capilene layer solid pants. These sold for $20 and I earned $16. Then I sold this Smart Wool solid black base layer long sleeve. This sold for $29. I gave a shipping discount on this. Did I? No, maybe not. Maybe that's the normal fee, $5.80. And I earned $23.20. I think that's just not a number that I normally sell, but they sent me an offer for that, so I accepted. And then the last thing for the 28th was this Victoria's Secret lace back closure double hook bra. What? Bralette, I think. So I sold for $8 and then I earned $5.05. I don't think that was an accurate description that I put into my spreadsheet, but. And then on the 29th, I sold 7 items, one of which was an eBay sale, which I sold a TNA solid colored bralette bandeau. This sold for $5, so I don't really understand eBay's fee structure all that much. I know it's like 10% of the sale, and then there's a certain percentage of the shipping. Usually I just wait till I get my eBay invoice, and then I calculate the fees from there. Somewhere around $3 in earnings. $3 to $3.50. I don't know exactly. But then on Poshmark, I sold this Sea Wonder chambray sing dress with raw edges. Sold for $22, and I earned $17.60. This item, when I bought it, there was 2 of them. There was a black one and a blue one. And I should have bought the black one too, because this sold in less than a month for $22 and I paid barely anything for it. So I should have just gotten the black one. I put it back. That would have been something that I probably should have bought, but you live and you learn, right? I'd never picked up that brand before. The next thing that I sold was this pair of Figs tapered leg technical collection scrub pants. These I believe were called the Lima fit, and they sold for $45 and I earned $36. Figs is definitely a be on the lookout brand, a Bolo brand. If you've never heard of it or never found it, it just has like a little Swiss kind of logo. I'm going to try and put the logo here so you guys can see it. They're really nice quality nurse scrub pants. The week before, so I did my first What Sold video last week. The week before that, I sold that a second pair of Figs that I had bought on the same day. And those sold so incredibly fast, like within 5 minutes of posting. They were a difficult to find color and a difficult to find style. So I didn't do nearly enough research. I thought I'd done enough research. I didn't know the color was so sought after. In fact, I thought it was kind of ugly. But someone scooped them up right away. And apparently there is a deep, deep market for that, especially for those discontinued styles and colors. So if you find a pair, pick them up. I paid $8 for this pair that sold for $45. I'm happy with that return. And I would happily pay that again. Several times over, especially if it's a color that isn't a normal color. So these ones were gray, so they didn't sell nearly as fast as that other pair, which were like a mint green. And apparently that's a sought after color, so just keep your eye out for them and know that it will probably be worth your investment to buy them to flip. The next thing was this Gap striped nude tag wrap dress. This sold for $15. And I earned $12. This came from my personal closet and it just didn't look quite right on me, so I sold it. Next thing is this NYX by NYX not reversible. I learned that it wasn't reversible, but unpadded Evolution bra. This was a size 7, which they have a really handy size chart on their website. Sold for $18. I earned $12.28. Perhaps I did give a shipping discount on this one. See, usually if I give a shipping discount, I put a formula. So there's a formula there. I gave the $4.99 shipping. So then I sold this Loft new without tags brocade heavy knit shorts, sold for $15 and I earned $12. And then the last thing I sold was this Madewell plaid printed leather trim mini skirt. This sold for $20 and I earned $16. I think I probably could have held out for a little bit more if we were in the right season. It's still not quite fall, so I probably could have gotten, that's not a real word. I probably could have sold it for more, but there were quite a few that were listed, so I'm happy to have sold mine. And then on the 30th, I sold 4 items. I sold this Kashik, don't know, solid white, new without tags bra, lightly lined. This sold for $20 and I earned $16. And then I sold this Clue and Wallaby knit long sleeve top with panel peplum mixed media. This sold for $22 and I earned $17.60. Then I sold this Nike men's solid long sleeve workout top. This I got for free from my mom. And I sold it for $9 and earned $6.05. Had some flaws and the back of the neck was totally unseamed, so I'm happy to get $9 for it. And then the last thing I sold that day was this PJ Salvage hooded soft pullover sweatshirt with heart embroidery. This didn't have a size, so I had measurements in the listing, and it sold for $18 and I earned $14.40. This was the most soft sweatshirt I've ever felt. Even softer than like Barefoot Dreams. Like it was on that level of soft. Yeah, that was amazing. On the 31st, I sold 2 items. I sold this Lululemon men's short sleeve heather t-shirt. I sold this within a day. I had posted it the night before. Sold for $24 and I earned $19.20. I had it listed for $34, I think, and then people were kind of lowballing me on it for $15 or $20, and I was countering back at $26 for those offers, and then someone offered me $24, and I was like, okay. You know, it's like a quick turnaround. I got it at the Goodwill outlet. Let's sell it, okay? And then I sold this Soma Vanishing Bag full coverage dotted pattern bra. Sold for $12 and I earned $9.05. And then last but not least, on the 1st of August, can you believe that it's August already? It blows my mind. I sold this pair of Dolce Vita suede solid simple banded slides. I showed these in my haul video, if you guys remember. They were even in the thumbnail, I think. The pink sandals sold for $12 and I earned, $18 and I earned $14.40. And then I sold this Free People lace overlay movement bra, sold for $20 and I earned $16. And then last for this week was this pair of Nike dry fit short cropped athletic pants. These I've had since July of 2017. So literally 3 years later, I sold them for $16 and I earned $12.80. Wow. So for this week, the totals are, I sold 33 items for a total of $594 in sales. I had a total of $130.96 in Poshmark fees and shipping discounts, of which there were only two shipping discounts. So that means that I was deposited into my bank account was $463.04. Total spent on those 33 items was $65.21. Lots of bins items, lots of free items went out this week. And so I netted $397.83. Average cost of goods for this week was $1.98. I love low cost of goods. That's my favorite because that means more of the money is, the turnaround and better return on investment. Average sale was $18, lower than normal. I like to shoot for at least 20, if not higher. Average deposit after fees, $14.03. And then my average net per item was $12.05. Okay. July. Sorry, I got my handy dandy bullet journal again today. I use this thing for everything. My July month end recap. I have a really fun, rainbow. I don't know. I had fun with a bullet journal. It gets my creative juices flowing. For July, total 2020, last year's sales were $1,283.50. So 1,283.50. So not that great of a month last year. It was my worst month of the entire year, July was. And this year, I sold $3,105 in sales, so more than double. I sold 149 items and listed 245 new items in my closet. So I, netted just under an additional 100 items this month. After the $3,100 in sales, that created $683.41 in fees and shipping discounts, which means deposited into my account was $2,421.59. My cost of goods for July on all the items that I sold was $468.32, meaning my net for the entire month was $1,953.27, which is more than I made in sales last year. So, significant jump from last year. This is also my first month on the books that I was recording and giving myself real goals and doing all of that for being a full-time reseller. I only expect to go up from here. If I had last year, July was my worst month, this might be my worst month for this year. We can only get better, right? So my total average cost for July per item was $3.14. Average sold was $20.83. My average deposit after fees was $16.25. And so my average net per item was $13.11. So for every single item that I sold in July, I netted on average 13 items and 11 cents. So I just take it into account. If it takes me barely any time, it seems like, to photograph, barely any time to steam, barely any time to measure and to list. As long as I keep that time as low as possible per item, I'll be earning $13.11, at least on kind of a bad month. So it makes my time worth it every minute that I spend. I enjoy doing this work, and I did take a significant pay cut in order to do this job, and I understood that that was a risk, and sure enough, that's the truth. I make about half of what I was making at a normal 9-to-5 administration job. I was working in accounting at a construction company. So, I don't make as much money, but you cannot put a price on your happiness and on your stress level and your mental health. So doing this, it's priceless. So if you're thinking about getting into reselling, I highly suggest going part-time, or not going part-time, but like doing it part-time, getting your feet wet, seeing what you can do. I keep my cost of goods really low. Try to earn $20 in sales, $20. If I could turn $1 into 20, that's a good sale for me. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this video. If you could please give it a like on your way out, I would really appreciate it, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content. Of course, I'll have another What Sold video next week. I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye!